We'll do that. Like, first thing, let's start off with some housekeeping. How about that? It's been since the
1 week since you looked at me.
Damn it. How did you know that's what was in my brain?
But I knew I could see it in your face as soon as I started that you were mad at me.
I was like,
you had the same idea.
Yeah, just I set you up for that too, didn't I? I just you did. Like I teed you up. It was ready to go. It was in your back pocket. You were just waiting for an excuse. Oh,
I have been talking with Christine. I'm really glad that I went there because I was talking with her earlier today, actually, which also caused me to hurt my back because it led into all this. First, like the past week or so, someone will say a word and it like immediately like a Kendrick song will start playing in my head and it'll be stuck in my head for hours. Like she said,
the Kendrick
go ahead.
Today?
No.
Yeah, he's playing the Super Bowl.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Not like us at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's
man. Oh man. Let's be real about that though. Like Drake apparently has been trying to come back. And if you haven't heard any of the music, there's a reason because it ain't on Spotify or nothing.
It's because it's not good.
It's not good. Mid at best, which is normal for Drake. But
I mean, he's had some at least there's been a catchy beat. Or there's been a lyric that'll get used in a commercial.
What is the male version of a succubus?
That's an incubus, my brother.
Incubus. Okay.
Yeah.
He's an incubus because he loves to steal sound from other people.
I thought you were referring to the band Incubus. I thought that was the setup there.
No, they're actually good.
Would have been much better.
Yeah.
No, but he he tried to steal The Weeknd's music. The Weeknd helped him with a couple songs or whatever. Tried the same thing with Kendrick. He did it with 21 Savage, I believe. Originally, he tried to do it with Pusha T. There's so many people that he's tried to leech off of.
Yeah, dominantly from Atlanta.
Yeah, which is weird because he doesn't have the Atlanta vibe about him. He's just co-opted it, like a culture vulture.
I mean, Wheelchair Jimmy has his own shtick, and he should have stuck to it. Okay.
Oh, for real. But it's just funny because he's trying to go round 2 right now with Kendrick, and nah, bruh. There's no reason. Kendrick said it best. This ain't a rap battle. This is a battle with yourself. So. Sorry, we're done. Like I said, all I needed to say. The culture has spoken. You're mid now, brother.
Yeah. But back to what I was going to open up with. The votes are in. The community has voted. They are the night shift.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, I'll have some merch rolling out this week for them. Keep an eye out for that. We also have a brand new shirt that's going to be available immediately by the time you hear this or are watching this podcast. Now available at the store, nightoffpod.threadless.com. Sickos, which is all about our main topic today, about God, All Out. I've had all night and this morning to think about it. I've got some thoughts. I'm still unsure. I figured, we'll run through the card. We'll get to the double main event that was for the ages near the end here. But I figure we'll start off easy. We'll build to it.
Kind of like they did. Yeah.
Credit to Tony Khan for booking back-to-back pay-per-views that just hit in completely different ways. All In was their WrestleMania. All Out was for the Sickos. That's just what it was. My God.
Also smart to do it just after Bash at Berlin.
Yeah. Bash in Berlin, I would describe as a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the next level. This was you walking into a cowboy bar and then it hits midnight and it turns into a goth bar.
Yeah, it turned into that vampire bar from the first Blade movie with the blood sprinklers.
Yeah.
That's what it turned into.
Pretty. That's a good explanation, actually.
Yeah.
There was blood for sure.
They set the tone very early on with MJF and Daniel Garcia. A couple of things I really liked about it. I liked how Daniel Garcia didn't come out to his like music. There was no entrance. He just Pearl Harbored MJF right off the bat and just obliterated him while the banner was unfurling that said "Thank me later" or something like that.
Oh my God! I did not expect a Pearl Harbor reference here. That was wild.
That's a shout out. Credit to OSW Review for coining that term for when somebody gets attacked from behind without warning.
That is amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
That is what happened though. That was a great match. That went maybe a little longer than some people might have wanted, but at no point did it let up. It wasn't boring.
No, that one had everything that you could want in a match that felt without any stipulations, like a blood feud. You know, like Daniel
this
Garcia
felt personal.
Brought the heat. MJF was doing like all of his like good heel shtick without it being tired. Like he brought like I saw some discourse about this earlier. How like when there was the build for this. MJF wasn't doing like the usual like cowardly heel thing, like sprinting away, because he wasn't taking Garcia as a threat seriously. Like he was getting ready to go like toe to toe with him immediately. There was never any back down from him. And this just goes to show you like, okay, this is why. Like MJF wasn't taking him seriously as a threat when he should have been.
I agree with that actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it that way, but yeah, that's true. He really didn't back down at all. No normal heel shtick. But I kind of expect that though from MJF to usually not always cower away. But this match, I mean, they both let each other have it.
Yeah.
The use of the top rope, the absolute beating, I mean, it was just insane. Like going from just an initial start off by jumping him, and then you see MJF be able to turn this around almost immediately. It was a wild match.
Yeah, this was another night that Daniel Garcia, in my opinion, needed. Last Wednesday on Dynamite, like that in-ring promo, taking the wine bottle to the head, that was another, excellent night for Daniel Garcia. They have been building him, for years now at this point without getting a lot of payoff, without getting a lot of like return on that investment. And I feel like it's finally starting to pay off for him.
I think so too. I mean, I didn't expect there to be as much blood as there was.
I wasn't expecting as much snot in that first match. Like both of them were just like, there was snot, there was drool, just bodily fluids pouring out of these two guys.
Sometimes on purpose though, because didn't MJF spit in Garcia's face?
Yeah. This is what
I thought so. Yeah.
Good old JR would refer to as a slobber knocker, because there was slobber getting knocked out. There was a chop exchange near the end where you could see the sweat just spraying off of them with every hit.
Yeah, that I mean, we got to see, I think it was 2 finishers from Garcia that led to almost a 3 count. We saw some reversals happen from MJF into some good submission holds. I mean, there was a lot of use of rope, and there was a lot of technicality going on with this match. There was really no flops that I can think of, actually.
No, they were in peak form, and honestly, just great way to open the show.
Yeah, honestly, it was an amazing match. It let you know what the night had in store for you, honestly. Yeah. It wasn't one of those where it fizzles out. Like the entire show was amazing.
Yeah, there's only like one match I would have like changed its position in, and we'll get to it later.
I think I know which one you're gonna say.
Yeah. immediately following that, we had the tag team title match, Young Bucks versus Claudio and Wheeler of the Blackpool Combat Club. Another no-frills, straightforward tag match. I expected a little bit more shenanigans from the Bucks in this, but I feel like they were just, saving it for later in the show.
Yeah. This was pretty straightforward. We got the EVP trigger out of them, which didn't end things right away, like you would think as it does. Honestly, this was a deserved win, in my opinion. This was a good match. This was better than the defending the titles at All In.
Oh yeah. It was cleaner. It was simpler. There was some more traditional Young Bucks style of wrestling than we've seen them since they've reverted to this EVP gimmick. They're starting to get back into that next level gear that I know that they can go into during their tag team matches, and they're showing that they can still do that when they want to. And I just want them to, I expect the Bucks to be in that gear at all times, and I know they've been holding back just to amp up their heel personas.
Yeah, I know last time we had spoken about All In. We were kind of having this idea of them dropping the belts and everything. We kind of expected it to happen at All Out. Didn't happen. They retained, but it was a worthy retention. It was a good match. I wouldn't give it a 5 out of 5.
No,
but I would give it probably as low as a 3.5 and as high as a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, in my opinion, Claudio carried that fucking match though.
Yes. Oh God, yeah. Yes.
He is just next level. If you need someone reliable in the ring, you call him up and tell him hey, we got something booked for you.
Claudio caught both of them, right?
Yeah.
And and then did a overbody.
Yeah, double suplex after two of them tried to lift him.
Yeah.
Gosh, the strength that he displays is unreal.
It's insane. Honestly, I feel like it's going to come down to them taking the belts off the Bucks eventually. I think that's going to be the lead up.
It'll either be that, or they might build the Grizzled Young Veterans to be the main challengers. But they gotta get some wins under their belt, and get the audience acquainted with them and build them up some heat. But it's anybody's game right now.
It is. Yep. It is.
This match could have stolen the show. Will Ospreay versus Pac. My God, the athleticism on display here is insane.
I don't want to say this was perfect, a perfect match. This was about as close to perfect as you get, though.
I'm trying to think of all the counters I saw in this, and I lost count with, my God, the Hurricanranas and Poison Ranas out of nowhere. Ospreay flipping out of a top rope Hurricanrana. The reversal into a Styles Clash.
How about he caught Pac midair, and then Pac was able to reverse it into was it a DDT?
Yeah,
the Poison Rana on the side of
the apron.
Yeah, man. All that side of the apron work was insane. This match was amazing. Absolutely amazing. These two gave it their all. And you expect nothing less from either of them. But there was no botches. None.
For the level of difficulty and complexity that they orchestrated here, you would expect there to be a slip up, and I didn't see a single damn one. These guys are there's a reason why the conversation is had about who's the best high flyer, and their two names are at the top of the list every time, and this is a perfect example why. You want to set a bar for the next generation to come up to. This is it. Yeah.
Also, what I like is the Hidden Blade kept not getting connecting and not doing anything, but rather missing or being reversed before it could do anything, versus seeing it hit like 20 times and then finally it does something. Man, I'm sorry. It's hard to like. My brain is just jumping around with this match because that's how insane it was.
Yeah. Like I saw counters in this match that I didn't think were possible.
I don't know. Yeah, thank you. I don't know how to explain this.
Like there will be highlights on Twitter for years from this, and I'm just gonna watch them every time they pop up.
Hopefully, editing Derek can get some like stills from the match to maybe put up. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Try and do that.
Yeah, this is one of the matches that AEW will actually post the highlights on their social media, and you can catch them. Out of all of the matches that were tonight, this is probably the ones that are safe for social media.
Yeah. There's a few that are definitely not.
Yeah,
definitely not. Some of them break guidelines.
Yeah,
yeah.
They break just common decency.
Yeah.
Guidelines aren't rules.
Yeah, that's true.
Walsh, did you see All Out?
I did not.
Yeah, I would have expected you would have had some thoughts on the stuff later on in the show. So we're gonna power through. Yeah, next is the Chicago Street Fight. Chris Statlander with Stokely against Willow. My God.
Wow, man. Okay. There's a lot of highlights from this match. One of the biggest ones, in my opinion, is the splits onto the tacks.
That is the first thing that popped in my head when I was like recounting this match in my head, because that was one of the gnarliest tack spots I've ever seen.
Yeah, when Statlander actually started to go down, I gasped. I was like, "Oh no, oh no,
dude!
Oh man, just right into the inner thigh, man, in the inner thigh."
Yeah, there's no there's no easy way to do that.
Oh God, I whimper when there's like ingrown hair on my leg, and I like in that area. I'm like, oh God, I gotta deal with that.
Yeah,
imagine tax.
Yeah, dude. A couple other spots that stuck out to me. The light tube hit was insanely well done, and just like the explosion of those was that was a work of art right there. Like they shattered perfectly for them. Yeah.
Light tubes are sometimes hit or miss for me because sometimes they're already broken before they get to use them correctly. This was perfect. This was a perfect hit. It drew blood as well, but not dangerously. And it did lead into more of the match having effects, which was really nice.
Yeah.
I loved how this match also inadvertently turned into a strap match.
Yeah, that right there
with the chain. Yeah, with the chain. That was kind of crazy to me. And then obviously utilizing the chain for the submission.
Yeah.
This was an amazing match. Again, I wouldn't say this was like a perfect match, but this was like a 4.5 for me. This was amazing.
Yeah, this was right up there with like what you want to see in the women's division. Like why Chris Statlander and Willow should be, main eventing shows. They showed up, they showed out, and they beat the piss out of each other. But
oh my God,
I'm just recounting the spot where Willow was on the table, went to roll out of the way, and Statlander caught her in the back of the head with her boot.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. It's hard. There's so much that happened in this match. There's so much that happened in the night. The night was crazy. I'm gonna have to watch it like a third time.
Yeah, this was like the definition of overstimulation.
Yeah. This was one of the best matches of the night, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, easily showing why they need to give the women more time on their TV shows. Right here.
Yeah. Like imagine getting this normally, because Mick Foley's got to be proud.
Dude, I don't know if Mick Foley is proud or ashamed of what he has done to generations of wrestlers that come after him.
The pain that's introduced. Oh man, this is a match worth watching though. This is one that they won't highlight necessarily though.
You might
some of it,
like some still images, but I don't think you're gonna see any video clips.
No. You're gonna have to get the pay-per-view somehow to watch that, and that was crazy, man.
Yeah. So next, this was Continental Championship 4-way match. Okada, Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Konosuke Takeshita. This is just setting up my veins to be injected with Okada versus Takeshita in the future. A one-on-one match with just those two
in the curtain,
like being next level insane.
Oh man, I loved how they were able to get the Americans out quick and keep having their time together. This was good storytelling. This is another one of those. Like, it's hard to say which match was necessarily the best. I think we both have probably the same match as our best, but this was amazing. You got to see some greatness out of Okada. You got to see some greatness out of Takeshita, or I don't know how to say his last name. Sorry. Even Orange Cassidy, man. Takeshita, thank you.
Yeah.
And then same thing with Orange Cassidy. That moment where they forced him to lift his hands out of his pockets, like, come on, man.
Dude,
that was great.
Okada is a goddamn magician with that drop kick. It's like he is precision, not just in placement, but in timing of it. Like, the moment you don't expect him to hit somebody with a drop kick is the moment he does it.
Like in the middle of a punch out back and forth.
Yeah.
My jaw dropped. I was like, how in the fuck did he do that? That was amazing. Him outside the ring as well, when he got the upper hand on was it Orange Cassidy, I think, when he dragged him out from the pinfall, and then immediately did an over body slam. Like, dude,
like, this is teasing what Okada can do in AEW. Like, he's been a heel since he got here, and he's been holding back just to keep teasing you and just giving you a little bit at a time, just drip feeding the audience of like the sheer amount of insanity that this man can bring to a match.
I love the life that's in him again, because like when you watch him near the end of New Japan, there's a clear difference between then and now. He's having fun again, and I am here for it.
Yeah, because like the story in New Japan during his last little bit there was just like, okay, I've been the top of this company forever, and now it's all this young talent up here trying to take me down, and it's just wearing him down. And he was playing into that, I expect, but also like all the shenanigans with New Japan probably were just like reflecting on him in real life.
Yeah, he wanted somewhere more stable, probably. Become the money man, the money maker.
The Rainmaker again?
The Rainmaker, yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, this match was amazing, though. Because he's a storyteller at the end of the day. And he told a big old story. the number of suplexes that happened in this match.
back to back to back. It was... That was the rule of threes in comedy. Like, three is the magic number when something's funny, and they said no. The magic number for when something is funny is goddamn 17 suplexes back to back.
No,
oh my God.
That's when it gets back to funny.
Yeah,
3 is funny. 5 is hilarious. 10 is all right. It's not funny anymore. Once you get to 17, hilarious again.
Yeah.
Well, I think what added brevity was Orange Cassidy being unable to do it twice, and then finally on the third one being able to do it.
Yeah.
It was great. It was good.
Like, Orange Cassidy, when he's not being like an out-and-out comedy wrestler, is still bringing fantastic bits of comedy to his matches.
Oh, God, yeah. This was an awesome match, man. Inside the ring, outside the ring. Like, this Honestly, this was like a 4.9.
This was super fun. I also really loved that they did the Briscoe and Cassidy. Like, okay, yes, we're on the same side, but we're also competing against each other, and we're still going to be friends after this.
Yeah. Because friendship always wins in the end.
Yeah, even though they slapped the shit out of each other's chests.
Yeah. Yes, they did. Briscoe getting the upper hand on that one.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's got fantastic chops.
Dude. Fucking that red mark on Cassidy, dude. It was there for the rest of the match.
Dude, that's why you want at least like one pasty white dude on your roster, is just to show off a bright red handprint from taking a serious chop.
Well, Briscoe's the type where you can actually see the fingerprints for like an hour.
Yeah. So good. Okay, we also had the Mercedes Moné versus Hikaru Shida for the TBS match. This is the one I would have moved up earlier in the night, in my opinion.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Just because, like, everything else had so much, like, stepped up violence that I felt like this should have been pushed earlier in the night, so that way, like, it wouldn't have been a dip in the amount of violence that continued into the night, you know?
So part of me thought it was more supposed to be like a palate cleanser. Because of it being less violent, but I agree with you. This needed to be earlier on. Nothing against either wrestler. It was not a bad match. It was
they had good chemistry. I want to say they had good chemistry.
There was a nice counter back and forth that had happened between the two. And honestly, for a moment, I actually thought Monet was going to lose. But right in the end, able to turn it around, do her, was that the suicide drop kick or whatever?
Well, there was that, and I can't remember the name of her finish.
Yeah, I feel bad
Cash?
not knowing it. Yeah, it's something like that. I feel bad not knowing it off the top of my head, but yeah.
She needs a different finish. I'm just saying. It only works on wrestlers that are smaller than her.
Let's be real about this. This was definitely a mid-card match. Unfortunately, for the type of night it was, it needed to be more towards an opening end.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I would have had this open, but I would have maybe had it be second or third on the card.
Yeah.
Like,
I was thinking second.
Yeah. I'd put it before Ospreay and Pac.
For sure. Yeah. Because this could have been a nice lead into it. You get like a little dip and then go right back up again. Yeah. So
seriously, tons of credit to them, because they, this is probably Mercedes' best match since he's, joined AEW, I would say. She's a damn good wrestler. It's just like she hasn't had a lot of chemistry with the roster so far.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I think she just needs time, personally, to get to know people better. This is another one of those where we need to give more time for women's wrestling or wrestlers to like cook,
Yeah, and Shida is a fantastic opponent because, my God, she has got like the crowd in the palm of her hand.
Like I said, man, for a moment I thought she was gonna win.
Yeah, dude, when they start shouting "Holy Shida," you're like, oh, this is it. This is the moment.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was still a great match overall. Like, it's just there was a lot of greats in this, and this one did not shine as highly as the others.
I just think the level of violence was the wrong position on the card.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say too. Is it needed to go a little bit earlier on because of it just being slightly less violent. It was still violent, yes, just not nearly as much as some of these other ones.
Yeah, and I want to give credit to the Chicago crowd. They were up for everything tonight. Well, Saturday night.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right, because this is Monday.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
What day is it?
I know what day it is.
Yeah.
I know.
We're time traveling again, like Hulk Hogan.
Yep, that's right. That's right, baby.
The second Monday of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a Chicago street fight with Stratlander and Willow Nightingale. Like, it was only right that Chicago would welcome everyone. So
yeah. Although
they got blood.
I'm surprised there wasn't more like Chicago themed shtick in that. Like, I think we got like a hockey stick, maybe.
Yeah.
And that was really it. Like, no, like, okay, let's get the hot dog cart involved, or let's, incorporate some, like, I don't know, Sears Towers miniatures or something in this.
A pothole.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Man, the potholes, like when you're on the south side, are bad.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
real
Big
bad.
old pothole on walking into the ring. Someone's just like, all right, my ankle.
Yep.
And that's the story of the match. Go after the ankle.
Not wrong, actually.
So,
But
first of two main events, Bryan Danielson versus Jack Perry for, AEW World Championship. Okay, I gotta say, the work that Jack Perry has done since he's turned heel, and it kind of fell on its face, and he's transformed it over time to become where he is now, is not quite miraculous, but pretty damn close. The position that they have him in now is damn near fucking perfect. The work that he did in this match was some next level heel stuff that I gotta give him credit for. Like the little things that he was doing was magnificent. Yeah, the arms out,
oh yeah, baby.
the little,
Arms out.
Yeah, the little like finger guns when he called out some Cactus Jack McFoley era fucking moves. Turning the yes chant into just dual middle fingers.
Let me tell you, he played his role perfectly. I gotta say, this is probably my favorite match of the night.
Yeah.
This was a perfect match. This was a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, this is why like Danielson is the GOAT. Like,
Yeah.
bar none, he put together something that leading into it, like most people were like, we don't need this match, and making them care about every moment in the heat of like, how long was it? Yeah, 27 minutes and 35 seconds. Like him and Jack, like they just like, okay, let's orchestrate this whole thing to make people believe I can lose to you, and just give that like, there were some close fucking kickouts, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened, but there was a moment where Bryce, like, this is what kept it from being a perfect match, in my opinion. There was a 3 count where I swear Bryce knocked one of their legs out to signal, like, no, you need to kick out. This isn't the finish.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Oh, catching the little signals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just a wild swing when he was coming down, but he connected with, I think, Jack's leg and just like knocked him loose.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean this match had a lot going on in it. Perry was able to take quite the beating, to be honest with you.
My God, the way he bumped when he took those Busaiku knees and flew all the way across the goddamn ring. Perfect.
This was like Dragon Ball tournament level, like getting knocked back. I'm not even kidding, Walsh. The way he got knocked back on a couple, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
He oversold in the right way. Like,
yeah.
It was just a great match, and that final Saboku knee, as he like put his arms out, man, dude,
Yeah, taunting him, kill me, come on,
kill me, yeah, dude. Oh God.
Does he think he a Schwarzenegger?
Well, he's been on such a hot streak. Like, I honestly think this type of loss put him over even more. Like that ending was amazing. This could have been the ending of the night, literally, and it would have been okay.
Yeah,
it would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been fine. It would have been the only thing people talked about if it wasn't for what happened after the match.
Oh yeah. Go right ahead. Explain it.
Okay, so Walsh, at All In, Christian Cage ended up winning the Casino Battle Royale, which is essentially the prize is essentially like a Money in the Bank situation, where he's got a contract that he can cash in at any time for whatever title he wants. At the end of the match, Danielson is getting ready to get up and celebrate, and the formerly known Luchasaurus, now Killswitch, comes out, batters the fuck out of him, Pearl Harbors him again.
Yep.
And now I know you don't know this, but the formerly known Luchasaurus was in a tag team with Jack Perry back in the day, Jurassic Express, when he was Jungle Boy.
Loved it.
Yeah,
Loved
tag
it.
team champs. There's a stare down moment between the two of them, and you're thinking, my God, is this finally the reunion that we've been waiting for? No. Christian Cage's music hits, and he outwalks with Nick Wayne and Nick Wayne's mom, and he's got his contract in his hand, ready to cash in, take his title opportunity, and take the belt away from Danielson. And you're thinking, oh shit, are they really going to do this? No. Out of the crowd comes John fucking Moxley, who has been cryptic as shit the past couple of weeks since returning, and him and Marina Shafir have just been beating up, security guards and stagehands backstage, and he's been talking in riddles every time he's had a mic in his hand. And he's just staring down Christian. But no, the numbers game is not in Moxley's favor. Christian's got backup. He's got extra bodies on his side. When who should walk out but the rest of the Blackpool Combat Club, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio Castagnoli, and Pac. And they just no, you're not doing this tonight. You're not taking this title off of Danielson. We've got the numbers advantage on you now. Christian, being the smart heel that he is in his fucking turtleneck, sees, okay, I'm not going to make a mistake. I'm an intelligent human being. I'm going to back off. All's right in the world. Blackpool Combat Club climbs into the ring, lifts up Danielson's arm, starts celebrating, gets a big old hug from Mox, backs off, and you think, okay, I can, take a nice deep sigh of relief. When out of nowhere, Claudio hits Danielson with a European uppercut, knocks him on his ass, and the expression on Danielson was perfect because it wasn't one of those hits that, knocks you out. It's more just like, I am in shock of what just happened.
Yeah.
And in that moment, Mox comes from behind and grabs a plastic bag and wraps it around Danielson's head and starts suffocating him in the ring. Wheeler is distraught and is being held back by Pac, and you can see tears in Wheeler's eyes as Danielson is dying in the fucking ring. The crowd was on point. They immediately start shouting, "This is murder."
Yeah.
And finally, he lets go. Finally.
Yeah.
And he's able to run over to him, and he's holding him.
Yeah,
and
cradling him like a father. You just watch his son get shot in reverse.
Oh no!
Yeah,
do you know how The Last of Us opens up?
Yes.
That's how he was holding him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right in the field.
Medical team swarms the ring. They rip open the plastic bag and strap an oxygen mask to Danielson's face and start carrying him to the back like Jesus, who's just been stabbed and crucified.
Yep.
Oh.
The audience is mortified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind
man.
the fact that Marina Shafir also rushed the ring and knocked the fuck out of Remsburg.
Oh, yeah.
The referee just decked him. After he had already taken a hit during the match and he had a beautiful black eye forming at the end.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Jim Ross, rightly disgusted at this moment. Good old JR, selling it like the legend that he is.
Good God almighty.
Mox and the rest of Blackpool Combat Club make their way back through the crowd, not saying anything, just being dark and fucking mysterious.
I would have thought this would have been the end of the night. Because that was insane. You ended the show with murder.
straight up murder.
That's quite an ending.
Yeah. But no, we've got one more match to go through.
One more match, Walsh.
Now,
Yeah, let's top murder.
yeah. Now, last week, they decided, okay, it's going to be a steel cage. And we're like, yeah, that makes sense. We're all hyped for a steel cage. But on Dynamite last week, when they were supposed to be doing the contract signing for it, Hangman is nowhere to be found. Roll the footage. Hangman has shown up to Swerve's childhood home that he just purchased a couple days prior that they revealed.
Over the weekend. It was like, it was like Saturday last week that he bought it.
Yeah, they had this whole video package earlier in the show to show it off that they rolled out on like Instagram and Twitter and YouTube a couple days prior to that, where he went into this long story about this was his childhood home, and due to financial difficulties of his family, it was foreclosed on, and he made a promise to himself that this one day I'm going to be able to get this house back. And he finally did it with the help of Prince Nana. And now he was going to rebuild his, childhood home and, give it back to his family. And no, Hangman's there in his childhood home with a camcorder. I like the detail of him having a selfie stick. And, he's going on this long rant about Swerve and how he hates him so much and the harm that he's caused him. And all of a sudden you hear sloshing. And then the jerry can comes into view as he's smearing gasoline all over the interior of the house and just walking it slowly outside to where he's got a chair and a table set up with a glass of whiskey and just lights the fuse and burns down Swerve's childhood home as he just sits back and starts drinking right next to the flames like a madman.
Swerve is in the ring at this point from the moment he's going to sit down to this moment, just screaming and yelling, like saying, no, 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 no. And because he knew what was about to happen. He knew. Yeah. Because Hangman, throughout this diatribe, I think this was the coldest line of it all, in my opinion, goes, but you made a mistake, Swerve. You showed everyone, and more importantly, you showed me something you care about. Something that's important to you.
Like the
dude.
Like people saw it coming as, the setup was happening. But then they went back and they saw the details of when Hangman returned, he was wearing flames on his gear. There's a burning house in the new Titantron of his, entrance video. He's been setting this up the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, plus Swerve's whose house shirt and everything. Yeah, this was a big old setup. And
that's when you come out with a shirt next week that says whose ashes?
Not bad. They did release a version of his Whose House shirt that's just flames.
Whose chemical reaction of releasing energy and light and heat?
Now, all this led into after Dynamite on Wednesday to Tony Khan coming out and saying, okay, this is now a lights out match. Now,
yep.
I see the expression on your face there, Walsh, going, what does that mean?
Do we just turn the lights off and no one can see what happens?
Close.
Yep.
We give the audience night vision, but not the wrestlers.
Yeah. What it actually is both literal and figurative. A lights out match means they turn off the lights and turn them back on. When this happens, it is no longer part of the show. It is no longer part of the promotion. It is unsanctioned. They are absolving themselves of whatever happens in this match.
I don't think you can do that from a legal standpoint, but okay.
Yeah.
You can in kayfabe.
Yeah. It's basically no disqualification turned up to its maximum.
And knowing how these two are with each other, they take full advantage of it.
Yeah. So there's a couple of important details before we get into the match that I want to highlight. The first of which is Swerve's gear, which had the photo of Hangman in front of Swerve's house on fire printed on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Loved it.
I also love the fact that Hangman came out with barbed wire already wrapped around his arm. He's bringing barbed wire directly in, highlighting that it's going to be a factor in this match. Prince Nana doing his angry version of his Nana dance when Swerve is making his entrance. Love it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, love that.
Yeah, love the fact that they had pre-planned plunder ready to go, and he loaded it up as the cage was being lowered down.
As they called it, the box of goodies.
Yeah. Box of toys, you could say.
Yeah.
Or anti-toys, really, because they were not fun in that box.
Oh, I mean, subjective.
Subjective, yeah. Before we get to the insanity, most important little detail to start off, when they're lowering the cage, they are fighting each other by the throat to hold each other in place to get decapitated by the lowering steel cage.
Swerve starts this, though, by trying to hold Hangman down, and Hangman ends up getting Swerve over to the side, and they're just battling it out. And luckily, the cage came down slowly enough for them to not get decapitated.
More importantly, Prince Nana is the one who stopped them because he pushed both of them into the ring so they wouldn't, because he knew neither one of them would let up.
And Prince Nana also threw in a table and a chair?
Yeah, a couple of chairs.
Yeah.
Look, I had all night and like all day to think about this match, about my thoughts, and it was disturbing. It was horrific. It was the most violent thing I've ever seen, and beautiful at the same time with the level of details incorporated out. And please never do this again, is all I can say.
So
there will happen tomorrow.
There was definitely some goodies in the box of goodies, like a staple gun.
Yes.
Which got used vigorously.
Right in the beginning, too.
Right in the beginning.
Yeah.
I love that Swerve then stapled the pictures of his family onto Hangman. Like,
onto his body and his face.
And his face.
And then ripped them off.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. Hangman got Swerve right in the chest and in the back, I think, as well.
Yeah.
And Swerve's just sitting there, like, mean mugging.
Yeah, sold it.
No, yeah. And then later on, he's sitting there looking at him and just pulls the fucking staple out of his chest. No reaction from him.
Yeah, like it's nothing. Like he's a goddamn Terminator. Oh.
Insane. He gets his face dragged along the barbed wire on the fence.
Yeah, because he wrapped the barbed wire in the actual steel cage itself at one point.
Yeah, Hangman wraps it in there and then drags Swerve's face along it.
Yeah.
The cinder block comes out at one point in the match, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And then
over his head.
No, so much worse.
Yeah, this was a legit not gimmicked cinder block. This was a shoot cinder block, and both of them hit it full force with their backs at different points in this match.
Hangman first
for a week.
Hangman, I think it was a power bomb he received onto it.
No, it was a Deadeye, which is
a Deadeye. Thank you. Yeah,
which is like an inverted tombstone. That's where you have them on their back and pile driver, and then drop them on their fucking head.
Bro, a freaking brick shape on his back and like the corner on his fucking spine.
Yeah,
that's not where you want to hit.
No,
you could see the layout. You could like every little divot of the brick. It was like laid out on his back. You could see it, dude. It was gross, fucking gross.
I think my favorite spot was Hangman was like in between the ropes and the steel cage, and Swerve came out of nowhere and just hit him with a house call, the kick to the back of the head, and just drove him face first into the steel cage, because that was unexpected. But like by far, like the least violent thing that could have happened, I think.
I love that he wanted to do his buckshot, but he couldn't because the steel cage was too close to the ropes.
Yeah.
So he started arguing with the ref, like, "Hey, get on your knees. I need to do a buckshot. Get on your knees." And in the middle of arguing, frickin' Swerve does a buckshot over the ref on Page. It was insane. Insane.
Oh my god. From the top rope, Swerve stomped through a table. The execution on that was beautiful. Like Swerve comes down and he slides on his knees forward away from it. So cool. Oh my god.
I think it was Swerve who actually took the power bomb to the cinder block.
Yes, it was. Yes.
He was trying to climb up to the top, and Hangman was able to get up and grab him and power bomb him straight onto the frickin' thing. Oh my god, man! This match was. You were asking, how do you top murder?
Apparently, this is how.
Another murder.
A petty,
Two murder.
Yeah, like this was like a super petty shoot match. Like at one point, like Page is standing over Swerve. He's like looking down on him, and Swerve is just laughing and puts up two fingers because he's beaten Page twice.
And then Page rips out his grill.
Right off his teeth, man.
Yeah. And then he follows it up with a syringe inside his mouth. Like he stabs him in the mouth with a syringe.
No, you can't bring needles.
No. I'm assuming it was clean because it was capped.
Well,
You can make it dirty and then put the cap back on.
It's true. Oh.
I mean, he was like, "Hey, guess what? I didn't just stab you. I gave you hepatitis."
Yeah. Oh my god.
Poop.
And then to follow it up, the actual finish, just a straight steel chair to Swerve's unprotected head. Like,
well, okay. So Swerve took the corner of the chair a few times first.
He did, yes.
But before, do you think the chair was gimmicked? I have to assume it was. It had to be, right?
He broke the chair on his face.
On his fucking face.
That would be a broken, like, bait.
Yeah.
The chair was bent afterwards, man, from that shot. Like, it wasn't bent like that beforehand, even though they used it prior. Mm-hmm. But after that brutal fucking hit to the face, there was an indent.
Yeah. Like
it broke it off too. Like the seat came off. Like insane, man. Insane.
This was for the sickos. Like 100% for the sickest motherfuckers out there. And honestly, like the crowd acted how you expect the crowd to react. Like there wasn't like cheers or boos. It was gasps.
Uh-huh. And then there was like a moment of silence too before the pinfall happened.
Yeah. It wasn't even a pinfall. It was just Swerve's knocked out.
Oh no, wait, no,
it's
that's
over.
right. No, yeah, sorry, yeah, sorry, not pinfall. It was declared over. They didn't even do like a raise his hand and drop it.
Mm-mm. No,
like this is done.
No,
you're done. You're done.
So did you think Hangman was going to go back at him, like run back down? Because there was a couple moments where it seemed like he was going to go back in and could just keep brutalizing him,
like,
and it didn't happen.
There's a couple of there's levels to Hangman Page as a wrestler that I appreciate because we can speculate on what his actions and what his words mean on different levels. Because there was that moment where he's making his way up the ramp and you think he's going to go back into the ring. And there was the audible gasp from the crowd who were like, "Oh no, please don't." And he stopped himself. Now, it could have been for the reasons that maybe he's like, "Okay, no, this is finished. I've won." Or this could be, "My God, what have I become?" Or maybe it was just, "Oh no, the people don't want me to hurt him anymore." There was some cowboy shit chants during the match where, it could be, in Hangman's character to realize, no, the people have finally realized that Swerve is not a hero and I am righteous in my vengeance.
Okay, all right. So, like I had said, the last match prior, you could have ended with that, and I would have been like, "Oh, good God Almighty!" You end it with this, though, man, where it actually seems like the audience is afraid of Paige by the end of this, like legitimately afraid of him.
Yeah, no, they went out with him screaming at the top of the ramp.
Thank you.
Just like a primal scream. It was
right up into the camera, like.
Now there was something I saw that made its rounds online after the show went off the air, where it's kind of like an unspoken rule, Walsh, in AEW. They've got the two tunnels at the top of the ramp, and there's a face tunnel and a heel tunnel, essentially. And as Hangman is making his exit from the arena, he starts walking towards the face tunnel, stops himself, and then goes out the heel tunnel. And he's just like, finally, like the realization has set in. Like, no, maybe I am the bad guy after all.
Well, at least he knows.
I mean, in many ways, this is just the ending of two heels battling it out. This ain't over.
Dude,
this ain't over.
After what they did on Saturday night, I want them to be done. I am terrified of what they will do to each other at this point. Like, I love both of these wrestlers immensely. Like, Swerve is the coolest fucking wrestler in the world, and Hangman is on another level of storytelling, of character work, of in-ring ability, of being able to tell a story in the ring. I don't want them to hurt each other anymore. I want them to have long careers. The only way this ends is with one of them dead. The next match is going to be Indiana Jones, where Swerve's just going to walk up and pull a gun and shoot Hangman in the fucking head.
I was going to say, maybe they're going to do a match where they set up like 15 tables on top of each other, and then he purposely misses all the tables when he throws them off the side of like the lighting stand.
Oh, dude, New Jack style. Jesus.
If we're going to go down this dark path, we're going down this dark path.
Like, I want wrestling to be fun, dude. Okay.
I think what was jarring for me was more so the audience than what I was seeing. Even though what I saw was jarring, the fact that the audience was, you could hear them, like literally hear them be afraid of some of these moments.
Yeah.
You don't normally get that in wrestling, man. That's why it was kind of weird. A great match. This was amazing, technically. No one asked for this. No one asked for this level. We all knew there was gonna be some petty shit. Like, don't get me wrong, because like this is like this was hate. This was just hate on both ends.
This was scary, like the old school Rock Mankind I Quit match, where Mick Foley took like I don't know how many unprotected chair shots to the head. Where this was murder. This was aggravated assault. This was manslaughter at the least.
When he started hitting with the corner of the chair, I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. You don't do that. Oh, mic stand hit. Sorry.
Echoed.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Oh, God. I'm going to have to remember to cut that. Yeah. I mean, editing Derek will.
He can tone it down. Keep it in.
I don't want to. Oh, no.
Yeah. Look. At the end of the day, I understand the mentality of the booking process here, where they were putting the lights out stipulation over in this match, where they were declaring, you do not want this stipulation. Like, this is above Hell in a Cell level of brutality, you know, where this is the absolute last resort. You can do no more. Like, if you get a lights out match, you should be afraid of what can happen.
I think the only thing I could honestly expect next is probably where they do the barbed wire ropes again and electrify them.
Oh, the exploding wire, barbed wire death match?
Yeah. That's the only spot I can see this going to next.
There is another match type that this could go into. The Saw death match is probably the most controversial and scary match. It was back in like 2007. Who was it? Let me see. Drake Younger versus Thumbtack Jack. It's carnage. It's scary. It's the most, like, the spots are spread out, and it's just straight up. It's a death match. It's scary. It's fucking terrifying. Like, this is.
Did the Thumbtack guy lose? Because it sounds like he went into a saw fight with thumbtacks.
Yeah, like, there are scarier matches out there just because of what legitimately happened. Like, legitimately things went wrong, and legitimately, like, people got really fucking hurt because they were trying to hurt the other person on purpose. Like, there was real bad blood. But as far as like actual workers, like doing what they intended to do in cooperation, this is like probably top tier.
So, Tony Khan, you can have this idea, but it has to say, it has to have night off, right before it. Okay. You do the night off represents AEW's New Jack Death Match.
If they do that, they have to bring in Nick Gage with his pizza cutter.
Yo.
Maybe just do that anyway.
He just decapitates a dude real slow.
No, okay, legitimately, this did happen. They did have Nick Gage on a show. I think that was 2020 or 2021. He had the pizza cutter, and they were in picture-in-picture, and he's cutting open a dude's forehead. At the same time, the picture-in-picture commercial was for Domino's. They were very upset about that.
Oh. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. Oh,
That's
my
a good
God.
idea, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But we could be the picture-in-picture logo advertisement. We won't care.
No, like, you can put whatever you want with our names attached to that. I don't care. I'm all for it.
Well,
Whatever.
Okay, no, maybe not whatever, but within
There's
reason.
a few stipulations, I guess. We're not
There's some terrible stuff it could be.
we're not Chaos Marines, so
Yet.
Dude, hey, they offer that power. I mean, I'll work with a demon.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, Walsh, leading this back full circle, did AEW go too far?
I think so. I think murder's a little far, and then they're like, how do we one up ourselves? You know what? You went too far, and then you were like, there's some more pavement that way.
Just playing hopscotch right across the fucking line and keep going.
Oh man.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is like when your Tesla truck, the top of the gas pedal comes off and gets stuck in the floorboard, so it's holding it down and you're going 120 miles an hour and you can't stop. It's like that.
Yeah, through the rain. So all the wiring gets, all borked too, so your brakes don't work anymore either.
Yep.
Good luck.
I want to say also they had, in keeping in kayfabe, a media call after the show went off with just Tony Khan, basically, keeping it short and sweet, being like, yep, no, we're not having anybody come out here. Just be like, yeah, we're close to finalizing the new deal with Warner Brothers Discovery, and we'll see you on Wednesday for Dynamite, folks. Have a good night.
I think you kind of have to act like nothing happened.
No,
because the authorities are going to have some questions.
Yeah.
The authorities are going to have a few questions. They're going to be like, "What? First off, was that murder? Because that looked like murder."
At least attempted.
Yeah. There was a media call leading up to the show that Tony Khan opened up by saying, look, folks, let's keep it light. I've been up all night trying to keep Hangman out of jail for arson, for burning down Swerve's house, so we can get this match. Now I think he's just going to be like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'll deal with this tomorrow.
What What do you want?
This would be the perfect moment for Tony to go full insanity and like come out always with like super red, like purple under his eyes, like he just hasn't slept in fucking days. And
just a little
making
bit of,
some
like,
weird ass match calls that he wants to see, and people are like, "What the fuck? Like a cotton candy match?"
Yeah,
and there's just like cotton candy and shit.
A little bit of residue around his nose, a little bit of white powder.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, you know what? That shag carpet. We're gonna have a shag carpet match, boys. Mm-hmm. He just comes out there, says that shag carpet match, and he just walks away.
Like, they're just left to their own devices to figure out what the hell does that mean.
What the fuck does this even mean? I would love it. Oh. I would love it. And then he actually does a shag carpet match. It's just shag carpet in the ring for some reason.
You can make it work.
Nice thick orange shag. Like, yeah, you guys got what I was laying down.
Yeah.
Sir, we don't understand the rules. Rules?
Ooh, no, it's black and gold. And it says AEW.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So, couple of things to wrap up the show itself.
Alex, I have a quick question. Quick question. Does it feel weird saying a couple of things to wrap up the show after ending with the type of match we just talked about? Is it as weird as it is trying to do that presser?
It really is. But apparently, both Swerve and MJF were written the finishes of their respective matches to have a written explanation to take some time off. So,
well, that would make sense.
Yeah, both of them are taking a vacation, it seems like. So, well earned, I think so.
Outside of kayfabe, I wonder if they like burned the house down because they were just going to tear it down anyways to build a new house there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Right, and just use the moment while they can. Mm-hmm. But spot on, boys. Like you made it like a perfect reason for Swerve to take like what could end up feeling like a 9-month hiatus, even though it'll probably be like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We're gonna need it. We need that. We need a palate cleanse.
Like,
all right, one more quick thing that I just remembered.
Yeah.
Top Gear did this like a decade ago.
Top Gear? What?
Yeah, they burned down Clarkson's house.
Oh yeah.
Or blew it up or destroyed it.
Yeah.
They did that
because he was going to be rebuilding it anyway.
Yeah.
But they made it a whole thing like, haha, we destroyed his house.
They burned quite a few things. They did one of the cars that they tried to make amphibious. They burned.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure one of Clarkson's vehicles that they tried to make into like a caravan car. Didn't they burn that one as well?
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah. Also, they just announced the final season of their show on Amazon. They're doing one last series.
September.
Oh.
Like in a week, I think.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna tear up. I know it.
Yeah, dude. That's like my comfort show. Is Top Gear and Grand Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love their trek across the Amazon. I think that's one of my favorite ones.
The sand job one that they did on Amazon.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, like there's something special about old British dudes waxing poetic about motor vehicles that I just love.
It's the voice, it's the accent.
Mm-hmm.
It's what does it.
Just their plethora of ways to tie in metaphors that are extremely grandiose about, a car. Basically, it's like, but the way that they can elicit emotions about it gets me.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to say that Osprey and Ricochet had a moment. As well.
Yeah, in between the matches.
Yeah.
Like, Osprey was like greeting him like a friend, and Ricochet came out. I was like, "Why are you calling me out like this? I'm coming for you, and I'm gonna come at you hard."
And Osprey's like, "Get some wins under your belt, boy. Come at it."
Yeah, he's just taunting.
Let's get some. Bring the smoke. Bring the smoke.
He wants all the smoke. And then the other thing that we got to talk about is the trailer for the Mr. McMahon Netflix miniseries documentary.
Oh, boy.
Look, we're going to do a whole episode about that when it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some earlier reports breaking down the episodes. It starts off very clearly stating that a lot of these interviews were recorded before the allegations happened. The first couple of episodes are about like, okay, Vince McMahon's like childhood and early life and building WWE, and then it gets into like the steroid scandal and Benoit and like the Attitude Era, and then it like the final episode is all about the allegations that came out with Miss Janelle Grant.
Okay. I was wondering about that because it seemed like this was in production for a while.
Yeah, they had to retool it after some things happened. There's been, I'm assuming, some kayfabe reports that WWE or people at WWE are upset with the documentary's final product. I've read reports that it's like a 2-shovel double barrel burial of Vince McMahon in his entirety.
Oh man, I mean, it has to be. It has to be. How could you not do anything else? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at this point, bury the motherfucker. There's nothing else to do, because if you even remotely look like you're groveling to him or making him look like a good man, you're fucked.
I want to say, I want them to bury him so hard he's down in hell where he belongs.
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't doubt that this is going to have some people saying some nice things about Vince still. Yeah,
like in the trailer, we got Rock, Cena, Hogan, Bruce Pritchard are the names that I can rattle off the top of my head that I know for sure they were the ones that they were showing off. Meltzer had been interviewed, and I think Vince himself had like 200 hours logged of interviews that they did for this.
Oh my God. They're going to have to put out a part 2. They might.
Post trial, post criminal investigation, probably.
Oh yeah, milk this shit.
One of my favorite podcasts, Behind the Bastards, did a 6-part series about Vince McMahon prior to the allegations. So
yeah,
there's plenty to work with. They could,
you sent me one of those videos. That's what got me started on a lot of that.
Yeah. Like my personal realm is the Empire itself. I want them to do a Succession like TV show on HBO, but just retool it and make it about WWE and Vince McMahon and the McMahon family. Like, just do that. You can run for years on that.
Oh hell yeah. Oh god yeah. And then you could also do a spinoff where his wife does like the political stuff with the Trumps.
Oh god, that was so stupid.
But it happened. Yeah. It happened. So
highlight how terrible of a seller he was for a stunner, and how terrible Lindo was at doing a stunner.
There's a movie that's been in production for a bit about him that he keeps trying to like help keep off the radar. I don't remember the name of it. I'll have to find it. But like a lot of these like leftist news, like YouTubers have been bringing it up lately, and it needs like funding.
Yeah.
I wonder how much McMahon fought for this to not come out.
I don't think there's anything you can do at this point.
Oh, at this point, no. But no. I mean, in the production phase, I wonder if he fought this at all.
I mean, as far as I know, he was a very willing participant. Probably because he knew that
the allegation.
Yeah, I'm Vince McMahon. I'm like Teflon. I can get past this. I mean, he survived how much during the steroid trial, during Benoit, during everything with the Montreal Screwdriver, like everything. Like, he's always been able to like spin, anything that's laid in front of his feet. But I don't think he was expecting this.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
How long does Teflon last? How long is it non-stick for?
I have no idea.
Because like when you like accidentally scrape it off of like you chip it like on the pan, it's fucked forever, right?
5 to 7 years.
That was less than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I was expecting to be like, Derek, it's like 250 fucking years. I was going to be like, damn it. But no, 5 to 7. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah. So he's well past his expiration date.
Yep. He's one of those pans that you like cared for forever, but then you dropped it on accident, and then like the chip comes off, and then you realize it was made of lead.
Yeah, he has a cast iron that got thrown in the dishwasher.
Yeah. Yeah. Deservedly so.
Mm-hmm. Look, before we wrap up, how excited are you guys about Space Marine 2?
Oh, I'm overly excited.
Yep, me too.
You did?
Yep.
I didn't do the early access because like I know this is releasing the day that it actually releases. So this episode, I didn't get the early access. I decided not to do that because I was like, we're not going to all have that probably. So what's the point? And it comes out the day after.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I did the same thing as you. As soon as I saw the early reviews and early impressions from people that did the early access, I'm like, okay, no, I'm sold. I'm done. I'm ready to roll. Sign me up, brother.
I'm just waiting for it to let me download. I'm assuming at midnight tonight I'll be able to actually download it.
Oh, to do the preload? I think it's like 60 gigs or something like that.
That's whatever. You know what? I pass out like while editing on Sunday nights. I usually pass out at the desk while doing the final process, and I'm passing out like during too. But like, I'm gonna stay awake for this shit. I am playing tonight. I don't care. I'm playing. I have tomorrow off. I'm playing.
Hell yeah. Oh, but I think that's gonna do it for us and you folks at home. The night shift. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Give us your thoughts on All In versus All Out. Let us know what you think of the two main events and the attempted murders that we saw on our TVs.
Yeah.
Remember?
There's no other way to put it.
Yeah. Remember, wrestling's supposed to be fun.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
You know, it's all just shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Remember, wrestling's a sport junior high kids do.
Yeah. But we'll see you next week. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, share, do all the engagement. We'll see you next week. We'll say goodnight, boys.
And everybody.
Have a good night, night shift.